Okay, so here we have our data set with the year in the first column and the cost to build a warehouse in the second column. Now, sometimes you might see your data set has more than 2 decimal places. You can always reduce it down to 2 decimal places. So using this data set, we are then asked to calculate 6 things, or to calculate 5 things, and then to construct the column chart. And for this example, we're going to use the Excel functions and create the formula in Excel itself. So the first thing is to calculate the mean. Now, all formulas in Excel begin with an equal to sign. To calculate the mean, you would use your average function, and that is basically equal to AVER AGE. Now, if you're not sure what the function definition is, you can always double click on it, and the Excel help box tells you what it does. So here with the open bracket, I'm going to select my data range, close bracket, and press enter. Okay, you can always double check it in the formula bar. You just want to make sure that the data range is correct. For median, you're going to use the equal to median, open bracket, select your data range, close bracket, and press enter. Again, double check your data range in the formula bar. Here we are asked to calculate the sample standard deviation. So in Excel, we're going to use the stdev.s, open bracket, and then we're going to select our data range again. Close bracket and press enter. Now, if you're asked to find the population standard deviation, you can also use the equal to stdev.p, open bracket, and select the range and press enter. But since we're asked to calculate the sample standard deviation here, we're just going to keep the sample standard deviation, and let's just get rid of the population standard deviation. Next, we're asked to find the coefficient of skewness using the Pearson's estimate. For this, we're going to use the formula for skewness. So we're going to type equal to 3, open bracket, or multiplied by, the asterisk means multiplication, and you're going to select your sample mean minus your median, and you still have to divide it by your standard deviation. So I double clicked on the cell, and be careful with the brackets at this point, divided by your standard deviation. Okay, so I'm using self-referencing here. If you feel comfortable, you can just use your numbers. So now the value we get is 1.14. Now, Pearson's estimate can be between -3 and +3. If you had a value of 0 as your answer, that would mean that there is no skewness. But since this is between 0 and 3, we can say that this is positively skewed. However, since this is not really close to 3, we're going to say this is moderately positively skewed. Or you can type moderate positive skewness. Again, if it was a negative number, that would tell you that it is negatively skewed. Since the value we got is positive, we're going to say it's positively skewed. So the last thing we're going to do is construct a column chart using the data set above. So first thing we're going to do is select our data set, click on the Insert tab, and click on the column chart section. You can select the 2D or the 3D column, it's really up to you. Once your chart is created, you can also click on the Chart Design tab up on top and select a different style, any style that you like. Okay, so once you have made sure that everything looks good, you also need to then save your Excel file for submission. So you're going to click on File, Save As, give a name to the file, select a location where you want to keep it. Here you just want to make sure that it shows the .xlsx file. Okay, and that's it. You're going to save it and submit it in the Dropbox.